And welcome to From A to Z, a creator economy podcast, the podcast that explores the creator economy and its intersection with the world of DAOs, Web3, cryptocurrency, DeFi, and NFTs. We are your hosts, Zombie Shepherd and ZFi, and we are thrilled to be bringing you this show in collaboration with Bankless DAO and its Audiovisual Guild. Our goal is to help bridge the gap between traditional media and the Web3 space by sharing insights, experiences, and strategies for success in this new era of content creation. As part of our mission, we are proud to announce our proposal to revitalize the AV Guild and ensure its long-term success. This strategic partnership will not only improve the quality and reach of AV content, but also create valuable learning opportunities for our current and future members. By upskilling our members and focusing on talent recruitment and retention, we can drive growth and support future partnership opportunities for the Bankless DAO while championing the values and possibilities of a bankless world. We're glad you're here with us this week. Today is June 20th, 2023, and this is episode 9 in our Creator Economy series. Join us as we touch grass, explore projects, tools, and talk about DAOs and collective ownership. Welcome back to another exciting episode, ZFi. Welcome to From A to Z again. And today we're going to dive into the fascinating world of decentralized autonomous organizations, or DAOs, and exploring their role in the creator economy. So let's start by defining what exactly are DAOs and how they function in the blockchain space.
Absolutely, Zombie. So DAOs can be seen as blockchain-based entities that operate through smart contracts, essentially removing the need for centralized control by a company or another hierarchical organization. They're built on the principles of transparency, collective decision-making, and automation. In a DAO, decisions are made collectively by its participants, and the rules are encoded in smart contracts.
Yeah, that's right, ZFi. DAOs represent a new organizational structure that challenges traditional hierarchies by leveraging blockchain technology. They offer creators a decentralized alternative where decisions are made collectively by the community. This not only fosters transparency, but also empowers creators and their community to actively participate in the decision-making process. While most DAOs are not as on-chain and automated as we would like them to be, it's important that these values are part of the ethos of these new types of human coordination. I think it's important to point out that a DAO can form around a protocol like Aave or Uniswap, a particular goal like Pleaser DAO, Constitution DAO, or Moon DAO, or a cryptocurrency and non-fungible tokens, which is what we'll be focusing mostly on today, as tokens and smart contracts allow creators of any size to begin growing a community and the early start of a potential DAO.
Precisely. One of the key benefits of DAOs for creators is the increased community engagement that they foster. Community members can become active participants in the creation process, offering their insights and ideas. Additionally, DAOs can provide a platform for fans to support their favorite creators financially through token ownership, creating a sense of shared ownership and alignment of incentives.
Absolutely. DAOs have proven to be a powerful mechanism for creators to receive financial support from their community with the use of tokens. Community members can contribute to the DAO and have a stake in the creator's success. And this not only helps creators with funding, but also strengthens the bond between creators and the communities that support their continued efforts.
Indeed. Real-world examples of successful DAOs in the creator economy are emerging across various industries. One notable example is the Friends with Benefits DAO, where interested individuals can purchase membership tokens that grant them exclusive access to content, events, and perks within the community. Another example is the Pleaser DAO, which collectively purchased a rare digital artwork, demonstrating how DAOs can pool resources to acquire valuable assets.
Yeah, those are great examples, EFI, but Don't forget what we're doing here with Bankless DAO, and the
Sure.
AV Guild, which has empowered us to create this series with From A to Z. And all of these are success stories that illustrate how DAOs are reshaping the creator economy by providing new avenues for community involvement and financial support. But it's exciting to see the potential that the DAOs hold for creators to connect with their audience on a deeper level and and empower them to contribute in ways we've never seen with the traditional fan club models that seem extractive and isolating.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean there. DAOs have the potential to redefine how we conduct business and how we make these decisions. By leveraging the power of decentralized governance and automation, they offer creators a unique opportunity to collaborate with their community and build a more inclusive and participatory creative ecosystem.
Yeah, well said. DAOs truly embody the spirit of the creator economy, allowing creators to harness the collective wisdom and resources of a community. And it's an exciting time for creators to explore the possibilities that DAOs present and empower their audiences.
Absolutely. Creators should take the time to understand how DAOs work and consider integrating them into their creative endeavors. By embracing DAOs, creators can foster stronger relationships with their audience, gain financial support, and shape that creative journey together.
That's absolutely correct. So let's dive into how they can do this by enabling fan participation and collective ownership. Can you explain what collective ownership entails and how it involves audience members in the creator's work?
Sure. Well, collective ownership refers to a model where audience members have a stake of or ownership, a partial ownership in that creator's work. It allows the audience to participate actively in the creative process, in decision making, and even in financial outcomes. By involving community members in this way in that creation process, creators can tap into their collective wisdom and resources, creating a deeper sense of community and shared success.
That's an exciting concept. How can fans actually participate in a DAO and contribute to that collective ownership?
Mm. Well, community members can participate in various ways within a DAO. They can vote on important decisions, such as content releases, collaborations, or business strategies. They can also contribute resources such as time, skills, or financial support. And additionally, token ownership is a common method of participation where fans can hold tokens, could be fungible, could be NFTs, but some sort of a blockchain based marker that represents their ownership stake in the DAO and in the creator's work. Often, the tokens that one holds provide voting rights for that collective decision making as well.
Yeah, this level of participation and collective ownership has a profound impact on engagement and loyalty. When fans have a say in the decision making process and they feel a sense of ownership, they become more invested in the creator's work, fostering a stronger bond between the creator and the community. So much that the idea of just being a fan or audience member is fading away as people are empowered to meaningfully contribute to the projects that they have some ownership of via tokens or NFTs. Those contributions transform some members from a fan base to a community that grows out of a love for shared media and artists.
Yeah, I really like that distinction. Let's take a look though at some case studies of creators who have successfully implemented DAOs to involve their fans in decision making and ownership. One example is the musician Imogen Heap, who launched the Mycelia DAO to give fans a voice in the production and the distribution of her music. Another example would be the football club AC Milan, which launched the ACM fan token to allow fans to participate in decision making and access exclusive content.
Yeah, those are great examples that those really demonstrate how DAOs can provide creators with a powerful mechanism to connect with their fans and give them a meaningful role in shaping the creator's journey and also to connect with each other. So now let's dive deeper into the impact of this collective ownership. how does it empower both creators and the audience base that grows around it?
Great question. This collective ownership empowers creators by providing them with a more sustainable and independent financial model. Instead of only relying solely on traditional funding sources, creators can access direct financial support from their fan community. It allows creators to have greater creative freedom and reduce their dependence on external entities.
Absolutely. The Web3 space and blockchain technology play a significant role in enabling this collective ownership. With blockchain's transparency and immutability, creators can ensure verifiable ownership and rights management. And NFTs contribute to this, providing a unique way to tokenize and represent digital assets, further enhancing the concept of this collective ownership. And one cool example of that is with like Pleaser DAO, who won an auction for an extremely rare Wu-Tang album. And that's actually that's a physical NFT. You know, there's only that one copy of this album. And I believe they did some kind of a mint around it as well. So
I remember hearing about that in the news. That was an exciting event, an exciting, like, real world connection.
I've been trying to find more on it because I would really like to hear the album, and I would hope that that would be part of Pleaser DAO's mission, is to get this album into the ears of people. But that's kind of the power that DAOs hold, you know?
It is. It is. If you do find more on that, let me know, because I think I'd like to get a little more information on that as well.
Yep.
But, well, it's important to acknowledge also that collective ownership comes with challenges. Decision-making logistics can be complex, especially when you're involving a large community. And ensuring a fair and inclusive process requires careful planning. Additionally, managing rights and potential conflicts within the community may arise at any point. In the case of this album, for example, what if one person wants to sell? What if one person wants to get the tracks out into people's ears? It's going to have to be a group decision made within that community. It's crucial for creators to establish the clear governance structures and communicate effectively with their fans to navigate challenges like these.
Absolutely. Like, while collective ownership presents its own set of challenges, it also has a lot of potential benefits for creators and the fans that are immense. And by embracing collective ownership and involving fans in the creative process, creators can forge stronger connections, foster loyalty, and create a more inclusive and collaborative creative ecosystem. What benefits do you think DAOs can bring to creators?
Well, Zombie, I think DAOs can offer creators a range of advantages. Firstly, they offer increased fan loyalty by involving their audience members in the decision making processes and providing that stake in the creator's work. That sense of ownership and participation strengthens the bond between creators and their community.
That's right, right. In addition to community and audience loyalty, DAOs can provide creators with diversified revenue streams through token ownership, and an audience can financially support their favorite creators through peer to peer donations and purchases, opening up new avenues for funding. And this reduces reliance on traditional banks and payment processors and provides creators with more financial stability and freedom.
Absolutely. And let's not forget about the creative freedom that DAOs enable. With that financial backing and the support of the community, creators have greater autonomy to explore and pursue their artistic visions without having to compromise their artistic integrity.
Yeah, and while DAOs offer numerous advantages, it's important to consider the potential challenges and risks associated with them. Governance issues can arise when managing a decentralized decision making process, and regulatory considerations must be taken into account to ensure compliance with existing laws and regulations. I find in these organizations it's best to have personal protection by not being involved in anything you find questionable in your part of the world. But there's still no assurances that as an individual, while governments keep crypto in regulatory darkness.
That's a crucial point. Maintaining transparency and accountability within the DAO is essential for its success. Clear communication and governance structures are key to addressing those potential challenges and ensuring that the DAO continues to operate in a fair and inclusive manner. One of the tricky things with DAOs, though, is that the clarity must often be self defined. The space at large doesn't call for governmental regulators to step in and tell them how to operate. DAOs being global organizations typically, with usually no particular country of operation, also can't be easily managed by a single country or its government. Rather, the community as a whole must work to shape the rules and the regulations for their own organization, while, like you said, the individuals in that community must still be responsible for following the laws in their own jurisdictions.
Yeah, that's a really great point. Creators need to navigate the complexities of DAOs carefully. It's important to establish clear guidelines, roles, and responsibilities, as well as mechanisms for dispute resolution. Regular communication with the community is also vital to address concerns and maintain a healthy and engaged community. Communication and documentation are hugely important for maintaining a good relationship, as people will see any ambiguity as obfuscation. The idea of ownership makes people more emotionally invested, especially if they're also expecting a rise in token price related to their purchase. And that's one reason I'm focusing more on the social and the creative unlocks than the financial, as there is no guarantee that any of the assets increase in price, which doesn't take away from the value that this technology provides.
Indeed. While there are definitely challenges to overcome, the potential for DAOs to revolutionize the creator economy is tremendous. They provide a platform for collaboration, investment, and shared ownership, empowering creators and their communities in unprecedented ways.
Right. DAOs have the potential to give fans and supporters an active stake in the creator's work, forging a closer connection and fostering a sense of shared success. Tokens play a crucial role in this, representing ownership, participation rights, and potential benefits within any organization or DAO.
You are absolutely right, Zombie. These tokens allow the audience to have a tangible stake in the creator's work, creating that sense of belonging and the alignment of incentives. This enables creators to build strong communities and leverage their fan base for both financial and creative support.
And let's not forget about the real world examples of creators who successfully use DAOs to manage and fund their creative endeavors. Artists like Blau and RAC have raised significant funding through DAOs, demonstrating the effectiveness of this model in the creator economy. Music seems like an incredibly ripe playground for DAOs to grow and organize around artists, genres, labels, and while having an almost like spider web like connections between overlapping communities, both as an artist and a listener.
Those are great examples. These success stories inspire other creators to explore the potential of DAOs and embrace this new paradigm. By harnessing the power of collective ownership and participation, creators can unlock new possibilities for growth and engagement.
Yeah, absolutely. And DAOs hold such a great promise for the creator economy. As we embrace this model, we can empower communities, diversify revenue streams, and pave the way for an inclusive and collaborative creative landscape.
Well said. Well said. Creators don't shy away from exploring the advantages of DAOs and overcoming the challenges they present. By understanding the potential and implementing best practices, you can tap into the transformative power of collective ownership in this space too. Now, looking into the future, we can see that the Web3 space is constantly evolving, driven by advancements in blockchain technology and other emerging tools. This evolution has a significant impact on collective ownership by providing creators with new opportunities.
Ownership structures, or I guess you could also say trustless ownership. Additionally, emerging tools such as decentralized finance and non-fungible tokens that provide creators with innovative ways to monetize their work and involve their fans in a deeper and more meaningful way, as community members then become decision makers in regards to the growth and the dispersal of treasury.
Yeah, and one of the most exciting aspects of DAOs is their potential to disrupt traditional funding models. So, by involving community members in the ownership and the decision making process, creators can reduce their dependence on intermediaries and traditional gatekeepers. This opens up opportunities for creators across various industries to access direct financial support and retain greater control over their creative endeavors.
Yeah, looking ahead, we predict a bright future for DAOs and collective ownership in the economy. And as more creators embrace this model, we anticipate an expansion into mainstream creative industries, although that depends on how tightly, corporations need to control IP. It has the potential to revolutionize how we perceive ownership, collaboration, and the value of creative work.
Indeed, the current landscape of DAOs and collective ownership is still in its early stages, but we're witnessing the emergence of pioneers who are pushing the boundaries and showcasing the possibilities. As this technology continues to evolve, I think we can expect even greater innovation and adoption.
Yeah, however, it's important to address the challenges that accompany this shift. Legal, ethical, and technical advancements are necessary to support the growth of DAOs and collective ownership. Regulations need to catch up with the decentralized nature of DAOs, and ethical considerations must be taken into account to ensure fairness and inclusivity. I'd love to see the emergence of more co-ops that organize with Borgs and DAOs, as that provides an established legal container that still functions as a flat organization rather than top down.
Absolutely. As creators consider the use of DAOs and collective ownership, it's crucial to approach it with thoughtful planning and execution. Our advice to creators is to educate themselves about the potential benefits and challenges, seek legal and technical guidance where necessary, and foster open and transparent communication with your community.
Well said. Well said. Embracing DAOs and collective ownership requires careful consideration, but the potential rewards are tremendous. And by leveraging this model, creators can create a more participatory and empowering ecosystem where the audience have a stake in the success and where the value of collective collaboration is recognized.
Indeed, indeed. The future of DAOs and collective ownership is promising, I think, to say the least. It's an exciting time for creators to explore the possibilities and forge new paths in the Web3 space. Together, we can shape a more inclusive, decentralized, and community centric creator economy.
Right. And that kind of brings us close to the end of another insightful episode of From A to Z. Today, we explored the fascinating world of DAOs and their role in empowering creators through collective ownership. Let's recap what we've discussed and highlight some action items for our listeners, Zifi.
Sure, let's go. In our first topic, we defined DAOs as decentralized autonomous organizations that operate through decentralized governance and decision making processes. We emphasized the benefits of DAOs for creators, such as increased community engagement and financial support.
Yeah, we also dove deeper into the concept of collective ownership and discussed how fans can participate in a DAO, whether it's through voting, contributing resources, or owning tokens and NFTs. And we highlighted the positive impact of collective ownership on audience engagement and community loyalty.
Yes, and moving on to topic three, we explored the advantages and challenges of DAOs in the creator economy. We discussed the advantages such as increased fan loyalty, diverse revenue streams, but we also acknowledged the potential challenges like governance issues and regulatory considerations.
Right. And finally, we ventured into the future of DAOs. As we always do at the end, we like to talk about the future and how collective ownership is going to evolve in the Web3 space. So we highlighted this evolving landscape and the integration of DAOs with blockchain technology to become more trustless and the potential for disruption in traditional funding models.
Yes, now let's provide our listeners with some action items that they can take away from today's episode. First, we encourage creators, as always, to educate themselves about DAOs and their potential benefits. research successful DAOs in your field and learn from their experiences.
Right. And creators should consider the feasibility of implementing a DAO in their own work. Assess the potential for increased fan engagement and financial support, and evaluate the resources and infrastructure needed to establish and maintain a DAO and the many relationships that come with it.
Additionally, creators should seek legal and technical guidance to navigate the complexities of DAOs. We aren't providing any sort of tax, legal, financial advice here, but we always recommend that you go that extra step and do your own research. Consult with experts in your area who might be able to help address governance or regulatory or technical considerations to ensure that your adoption of a DAO or creation of a DAO is as smooth and compliant as possible.
Right. And lastly, fostering open and transparent communication with the community is crucial. Engage with fans and supporters to gather their input and involve them in decision making processes. This builds trust and loyalty that makes them feel more of a pride in ownership within that community.
Exactly. So, to wrap up, DAOs hold tremendous potential for creators to empower their fans and establish a more inclusive and collaborative creative ecosystem. By embracing collective ownership, creators can redefine the relationship between creators and their communities.
Absolutely, Z-Fi. So we hope that today's episode has inspired our listeners to explore the world of DAOs and consider how collective ownership can positively impact their creative endeavors. And as always, keep creating, innovating, and shaping the future of the creator economy together.
Thanks, Zombie. And thank you all to our listeners who are joining us on this journey. We'll catch you in the next episode of From A to Z. Stay tuned and keep pushing the boundaries of the creator economy. And don't forget to join us for Zombie Time Music Hour, randomly now, and Fridays at 9 p.m. Eastern, where you can collect Zombie Shepherd's fresh new Web3 music drops on Riff and Lens Protocol. You can also collect these episodes and clips from these episodes on Lens, and 18% of the proceeds will go back to the Bankless DAO Treasury, with 2% also going to LensTube to support them, the platform that hosts us. We'll see you next time, friends.
Later.